us continue this topic of pH concept in this session. So in this session we will see the next case, that is the case number 11. Till now we have seen the case of case 10, that is the pH of the weak monoacidic monobasic acid. Now this is the case of weak monoacidic base in aqueous solution. So in the similar fashion we will do this, we will solve this problem. This is the weak base. It is dissociated into B plus and OH minus. So initially the concentration will be C. This will be 0, 0. So at equilibrium this will be C alpha, C alpha. This is C into 1 minus alpha. So Kb for this case will be in terms of OH. So applying the law of mass action, Kb equal to this much value. If alpha is very, very less, then we can consider alpha minus 1 equal to 1. Then concentration OH will be C into alpha, and alpha equal to square root of Kb into C, or concentration of OH is equal to Kb into C, just like the Ka. So this becomes your 1. So Kb equal to concentration of C into alpha square. If this is increasing, alpha is decreasing. If this is concentration decreasing, then alpha increasing. So if Kb increases, this means more basic strength. If the Kb is written in terms of pK value, so if pKb value is decreasing, then again basic strength increases. It means more Kb, less pK value. In both cases basic strength is more, and again Kb is constant at a particular temperature. So just like the K value, you just keep remember these 3 points. Calculate the pH of 0.1 molarity of ammonia. Kb is given. Second question, 10.5 molarity of ammonia. So ammonia dissolved in water, it is giving ammonium hydroxide. So we have to assume concentration of ammonia equal to ammonium hydroxide. So first we find the alpha. In this case alpha, because we need to know alpha. Alpha equal to Kb upon C. If you solve it, so you will get 10 power minus 2. Again you can see this is lesser than 1. So if it is lesser than 1, then we can assume, we can ignore 1 minus alpha. Then concentration of OH will be your square root of Kb into C. Then substitute the value, you will get 10 power minus 3. So 10 power minus 3 nothing but the pOH equal to 3, or pH equal to 14 minus 3, that is 11. Similarly in case of OH, so value is 10 power minus 5. Alpha will give Kb upon C. Substitute the value, both are equal, so it will give you 1. So 1 means alpha should be your 1 to 5. If alpha is between 1 to 5, then alpha cannot be ignored. Okay, so in this case we have to consider alpha also. So Kb equal to C alpha square 1 minus alpha. So here 1 minus alpha cannot be ignored. Here 1 minus alpha cannot be ignored because alpha is equal to 1. Cannot be ignored. So alpha equal to 1 is does not mean that there is a complete dissociation take place. Okay, so 1 means this is a weak base. Ammonium hydroxide is the weak base. So it is going dissociation. So what is the percentage of alpha? So Kb is 10 power minus 5. So C alpha, C is given here 10 power 5 minus 5 concentration. Alpha square divided by 1 minus alpha. So if you solve it, on solving you will get here alpha equal to 0.6. So concentration of OH is C into alpha. C is this much. Alpha is 0.6. So 6 into 10 power minus 6. How minus 6? Just make correction here. This is the minus 5 because this is the minus 5 here. Minus 5, so this is answer correct. 6 into minus 6. pOH equal to this much value, 6 minus log 6. Log 6 this much value, 5.22. So pH equal to 14 minus 5.22, 8.78. So this is our answer. Next problem, calculate the pH of 0.04 molarity of ammonium hydroxide having 3.2% dissociation. So this ammonium hydroxide is dissociating. So same manner, in the same at equilibrium, this will be C into 1 minus alpha. This will be C alpha, C alpha. So concentration of OH will be C into alpha. So C is given here 4 into 10 power minus 3, and alpha is 3.2 into by 100. So on solving you will get this answer. pOH is equal to minus log of this value, that is 4 minus log of this much. So pH will be 10.11. This is the pH value. So the easy questions, once you will understand the basic concept, you can attempt many similar type of questions comfortably. So just practice these questions. What is the pH of 0.001 molarity of aniline solutions? Kb is given 4.27 into 10 power minus 10. Calculate degree of dissociation. So again ionization constant of, and this one, second question also there, an ionization constant of conjugate acid of aniline. So if you take the conjugate acid of aniline, that we need to also calculate. pH is given 7.82 and K is given 2.34 into 10 power minus 5. Second question, pH of 0.05 molarity of codeine, solution is given 9.95, calculates its ionization constant pKb. So this is our answer. Solve it in the same manner, you will get answers. Now we will see case number 12, pH of mixture of two weak acid. So monobasic acid I am taking, so it can be same or different. So here we will take, there are two methods. One is method 1, so we will discuss two methods one by one. So these are the two weak acids, acetic acid, formic acid. So their Ka1, Ka2 will be different. I am taking two different concentration, C1 and C2. So if this two acid will dissociate into water like this. So CH3COH1, CH3COH1. Second is HCOH2, HCOH2. So this is also giving proton, this is also giving proton. So these protons have different concentration. H2 also giving H plus and OH mass. So let us take H2 also. So in this case, K1 will be, by applying the law of mass action, this is the value, H plus 1 by this one. Similarly in this case, K2 will be this into this by this one. So H1 will be your K1 CH3COH H1 by this one. For in this case, H2 will be K2 into CHCO H2 by this concentration. This is one question, second question. So if you add these two acid, that is this one and this one, so on adding you will get H plus total, K1 this by and K2 this by. That is this is totally nothing but the H plus coming from the formic acid, H plus coming from the acetic acid. So here two condition arises. If you are taking H1 plus H2 different concentration, then this will be different. If you are taking H plus and H plus both are same concentration, H plus from water, H plus coming from the acetic acid, H plus coming from the acetate, formate, acetate, all will be equal to 1. So this is the one total concentration. So this only happens when there is a common ion effect. So due to common effect, so H plus coming from the water, acetic acid, formic acid will be same by Lee-Chatterjee principles. And this happening when the pK value is something like 10 power minus 10 to 10 power minus 14, then this value. So by using charge balance method in solution. What is charge balance? Charge balance means the amount of H plus is balanced in while adding the acetic acid, formic acid, that is called charge balance. So total H plus will be how much? So H plus from the acetic acid, this is the value, H plus from the formic acid and H plus from the water. Water means H plus into OH. So this is coming from the H plus into OH equal to KW. So H plus equal to KW by OH will be H plus and OH both are equal to each other. This is equal to each other. So H plus will be equal to KW by H plus into total. So now these three are equal to each other. These three are equal to each other. So we can take H total into this, take out as a LCM and square it. So this becomes your C1 concentration, C2 concentration, KW. So H plus equal to square root of K1 is C1 plus K2 C2 into plus KW, or H plus is equal to square root of K1 C1 K2 C2 plus KW for very dilute solution. So KW is only taken when the solution is very dilute, but if the solution only dilute, aqueous solution, then H plus equal to square root of K1 C1 plus K2 into C2. So now we have, if we know the two value K1 C1 K2 C2, so we can find the pH of the solution. Now we have second method also, that is the pH mixture of the two acids, same acid. But in this case, two acids are HA and HB, concentration C1, concentration C2. So this, for this alpha 1 will be different, for this alpha will be alpha 2. Two acids HA, HB, you can write in here. So at equilibrium you can see here C1 alpha 1, C1 alpha 1, is C1 alpha 1 minus alpha. In this case, this will be your C2 alpha 2, C2 alpha 2 and C2 into 1 minus alpha 2. So due to common ion effect, this is due to the common ion effect. So by common ion effect, what will happen? Both will be added. So this also be added, C1 plus alpha, C1 alpha 1, this will be added to C2 alpha 2 from HB. This is from HB and this is from HA. Now what is the by using the law of mass action, Ka1 equal to concentration of this into this divided by this, Ka2 will be this into this divided by this. So again for dilute solutions what will happen, 1 minus alpha 1 equal to 1, so Ka1 equal to this value and Ka2 equal to this value. So again K1 C1 equal to this one, K2 C2 equal to this 2. So this is the 1, this is the 2. Now add it. So on adding what will happen, you will get C1 alpha 1 C2 alpha 2 this into this product and K1 C1 plus K2 C2. So this is nothing but the H plus C1 alpha 1 plus C2 alpha 2. So if you remember, so as you can see here C1 alpha 1, this is nothing but the H plus. So same thing here. So H square equal to K1 C1 K2 S2. So if you take the square root, you will get again same value. Or we can write H plus equal to summation of K into C1 where I is equal to 1 to N. So how to find pH? So pH is equal to minus log of H plus. So if you take the H plus means substitute this value here, so you will get this into half. So this is nothing but the half pK1 plus pK2 pKa2 minus half log C1 minus half log C2. So this is our, so if you know this K1 K2 C1 C2, we can solve the pH of the two weak acids. Similarly we can also calculate the pH of the mixture of two weak bases. So we will do the to find the pH the equation, we have to do the same procedure, go through the same procedure, you will get the answer.